So while fur may be fashionable, many shoppers wouldn't choose to buy the real thing. But could you tell if the fur on a hat or the collar of a coat or a bag that you were buying was absolutely, definitely fake?
Well, a Good Morning Britain investigation has found that faux fur in some high street stores is, in fact, real animal fur. In just one day, our correspondent Katie Rickett discovered real fur items being sold as fake in 3 leading high street stores, even though 2 of the retailers have publicly claimed they are fur-free.
Fur is everywhere this festive season, but do we really know what we're buying?
Do you think that's real or fake?
I have no idea.
How would you feel if you found out that that was actually real?
I'd be pretty annoyed.
I think it's fake because I bought this coat, it wasn't really expensive.
After a tip-off from campaigners, Good Morning Britain went undercover in 2 Oxford Street stores to see if everything is really as it seems. First stop, independent store West Side, where we find a jacket with fur trim, originally $89.99, reduced to $49.99.
Well, you can see that the fur is tapering at the end, which suggests it's real. Can I just double check with you is that real or fake?
Oh, that's not real, no.
Not real?
No.
You sure?
I'm positive, trust me. If it was real, you'd pay like 150, 200 quid for it.
The cashier shows us a real fox fur jacket at over £500 to prove his point.
So this is the item 2 members of staff told us it categorically isn't fur, but our experts think they might be wrong.
Next stop, Forever 21, where we've been tipped off about a Christmas bag. This item is on sale for £11.20 and says 100% polyester faux fur on the label.
This is the item we've been alerted to. See, they're both pom-poms. That feels so much softer than that one. Is that real fur or fake?
I don't think so that it's real.
You don't think it's real?
It will be fake. Everything is fake. It might look real, but it's not.
OK. Well, staff in this store told us they don't sell any fur items at all. All we can do now is send both of these off for testing.
Well, our correspondent Katie Rickett joins us now. So you sent them off for testing. What did the results show?
Well, we sent them to an expert in Leeds, and basically he puts these fibres under a microscope, and if it's got a protective layer, it means it's real fur, because basically they don't make things like Mother Nature. And the results are that both this jacket, and if you hold that for me, Ben, the pom-pom on this bag, are both real fur.
Can I just feel the
Of course you can, yeah. Now, specifically, that one we know to be consistent with the Angora rabbit, and Forever 21 in 2014 was one of a number of retailers who said they would not be selling Angora rabbit anymore because of some of the way this hair is plucked out. They do it while animals are alive sometimes and they scream in pain. It's horrible. This that you were just feeling there is raccoon dog. Now, if you don't know what a raccoon dog looks like, we do have a picture.
So it's kind of like a big raccoon.
I feel that particularly this collar doesn't feel at all real. That one, you know...
That's much softer, isn't it?
That feels like when you stroke your pet rabbit, doesn't it? But this...
But either way, they're both animal fur and they're both being sold as faux fur.
Exactly. And Westside gave us a statement. They said that they should have told me that it was actually real fur. It was a mistake by the shop assistant. Forever 21, we haven't had a statement. But there's also another one that people might be even more shocked about. Debenhams, an openly fur-free zone, that is also a rabbit. And what is really shocking about that is we bought a bag in a different colour, exactly the same bag, exactly the same price, £40, and it was synthetic, so it just shows how these are being interchanged.
So do you think it's, in a way, it's not the shop's fault? Someone at an earlier level in the chain is duping the people that buy in the product?
Well, the reason why we didn't film inside Debenhams with the undercover cameras is because when we went back, the bag had gone, and Debenhams said that they spotted the mistake, that it's a problem with the supply chain and they're investigating it. The bags have now been recalled.
One of the things, OK, this is £40. You'd think that fur is going to be really, really expensive, and that whole point was that...
even cheaper, isn't it? Only about £11.
But the synthetic pom-pom would be a lot cheaper than actual real fur pom-pom.
And that is what the Humane Society International and other campaigners, they're the ones who pointed us in the direction of these. This is what they want to raise awareness about, because it's not the case that if something's expensive, it's real, if something's cheap, it's fake anymore, because fur farms in places like China, they mass-produce these animals. They're kept in pretty nasty conditions, and it brings the price right down. In fact, you can buy real fur on wholesale for cheaper than the fake stuff.
Fake fur. So how do we spot the difference?
Well, if you want to have a little look at our mannequins here,
Yeah.
First of all, do you want to do a spot guess which one's real, which one's fake?
Can I feel them?
I'll have to move.
You can
sorry.
give it a feel.
I think this one's real. This is softer than that. That feels more synthetic. That looks like Richard Arnold's coat.
Oh no, I think this one's
think that one's
real and this one's fake. But maybe it's because it looks more real. Maybe I'm being affected by that.
Kate's obviously a bit more of an expert than you. This is
On
the
many
real
things.
one.
Oh right, there we go.
Open the door to all sorts there, Katie.
You're right. It doesn't feel as soft,
That
but
feels more synthetic than that one, but that's the real one.
Do you know, yeah, and do you know how you tell if you need to feel the inside? So that feels very stiff. That's because it's got leather backing. It's basically the animal pelt.
Gosh.
If you look at this one, it actually feels like Hessian
Yeah.
on the inside.
Yeah, yeah.
The other way,
So the lining feels cheaper.
the lining feels cheaper. Also, if you
well,
look
all
at that,
different texture, I
Yeah.
guess, isn't it? Yeah.
we talked about fur tapering in the piece. So you can
Yeah.
see it's quite spiky because it's going narrower at the ends.
Yeah. And this has been cut.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
the best way, if you really want to check that it's whether it's real or fake, you can burn some of the hairs. Don't do it in the shop, whatever you do. When you get home, burn a few of the hairs. They will smell like human or animal flesh
Oh,
if
no.
it's real.